Finally, 100 Memories has come to an end, with a happily ever after for almost everyone. What a ride this series has been, with the guessing game of who would end up with whom. Thankfully, JongHee and YoungRye's friendship survived to the very end, as this was the highlight of the series. Their friendship was so beautiful that viewers wished that no man, including JaePil, would come between them. At the beginning of the series, the writer questioned fate and destiny, making JongHee JaePil's fate, while making YoungRye his destiny. Seeing as YoungRye and JaePil ended up together in the end, means destiny might have a stronger pull. Meanwhile, there are many fans of the series, who had wished for something between YoungRye and Jonghyun. Jonghyun was truly a daddy long legs to YoungRye. He had liked her before she encountered JaePil. However, typical of young boys, he called her ugly while keeping her close to his heart. His friend must have noticed his interest in his baby sister, as it was clear for all to see. However, destiny had other plans. How Jonghyun's story ended somehow feels sad, even while cheering for YoungRye for finally getting her happily ever after. What's more, being human, JongHee poured her frustrations on YoungRye, blaming her for all her misfortunes. Life is truly mysterious and funny. YoungRye silently gave up on her love for JaePil, when she noticed that he had eyes for her friend, JongHee. She quietly dealt with it. However, JongHee happened to find out about her sacrifice. I wish she had discussed it with YoungRye, instead of ending things with JaePil. Maybe, things would have turned out differently. Maybe, she and JaePil would have been married by now, or have separated over time. In the end, this was a decision both girls silently made. So, JongHee blaming YoungRye was unfair. What's more, typical of abusers to think they did nothing wrong. Sang-sik blamed the world around him, forgetting how he treated others, when he was in the position of power. Had he not harassed YoungRye that fateful night, JongHee wouldn't have had a reason to stab him. She did what she did to defend her friend. In the end, YoungRye reciprocated by taking the blade for her. Her love for JongHee was strong enough for her to sacrifice herself for her. Her words about time machine were most touching, proving her unyielding love for her friend, who called their shared memories a departed bus. It made sense that JongHee won the Miss Korea title, as it was her dream and not YoungRye's. Knowing YoungRye entered the contest for the scholarship prize, she relinquishes it to her as the first runner-up. She finally attained the fame she wanted, while YoungRye attended college as she wanted. What's more, her adoptive mother was a case study. You'd think she'd be kinder to JongHee, especially after feeling the terrible loss of her daughter. But she couldn't just let go. She gets credit for taking JongHee in and taking care of her. She gave her a life she couldn't have ever imagined. That she won the contest was because of her, as the salon wouldn't have known of her existence without the chairwoman. However, she overdid things. She wanted to control every part of JongHee's life. It made no sense that she'd want her to totally erase her past. Arguably, her going after Sang-sik was her way of protecting JongHee, and finally putting an end to his vendetta. However, she went about it the wrong way, as killing him shouldn't have been an option. She had more to lose by going that route. In the end, she not only lost JongHee but also ended up in the police net. Thankfully, there's a ray of sunshine on the horizon for JongHee. Young-sik had silently and solidly been there for her, all through most of her ordeals. Even when she was fixed on JaePil. He might have denied feeling about her that way, but it's clear for all to see. Tell me why he goes running whenever she calls. Even when his sister was lying in the hospital, he still made time to be there for her, realizing that she had no one. He's really mindful of her, and would give her the love she wants and deserves. JongHee ending up as YoungRye's sister-in-law would be so cool. What's more, if Seri and YoungBae keep up the way they are going, their parents might become double in-laws. Meanwhile, the player Young-sik got what he deserved in the end, a life without Young-boon and his daughter, Soo-jin. Thankfully, Sang-chul got his happily ever after. What a redemption arc for Jong-nam. He still has a lot of work to do, as he's full of shit. In the end, this was an endearing tale of friendship, love, and fate. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the drama? What would you have done differently for Younghyun? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications for all things K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.